It is Monday. It means it's another time now for us to talk Monday business here on the Metropole Television. Let's go back and talk about something that you knew back then as one of the most integrated services in your life. Posta services. If you remember Posta Kenya, it was intertwined in our lives. I mean, you had to send a parcel from anywhere in the country. You had to rely on Posta. But something didn't happen within that period when Posta was flourishing up to now. You can talk about digital enhancements within the country. You can talk about courier services really getting better and better that have been integrated in some of the travel services that we do have in the economy. Now, what we do know is that Posta is actually struggling to even pay their salaries of their employees as even of late of March this year. Now, they did get 868 million shillings, partly, not partly actually, all of this money that was supposed to go into the payment of their employees' salaries. Which therefore begs the question, if a state corporation cannot even raise money therefore to pay their employees, what is it still doing in business? Good. All right, let's go back and look at the data that we have for you this morning that's going to paint a clear picture of the position that Posta finds itself right now, even as a Senate committee that was selected therefore to look into ways of bringing back Posta into the economy is saying they do not think that Posta has the answer. Good, let's look at that data that we have for you this morning on that area. Now, if you look at the postal and courier services value of output, you can actually see where we are. They are rising, which sort of negates the position that Posta services finds themselves in the economy right now. All the way from 2017, 2018 to 2019, you can actually see where we are. That regardless of the fact that yes, this is an area that is also now really receiving a lot of focus from the economy, some companies like Posta, which is a state agency, is quite suffering. So let's look at that trend now of the data that we have for you this morning in terms of the way that the post and courier services have been going on in the economy. Richie, if you could go to your second data point. No, that one. Next one. Good. Do you have it? As we wait for it this morning, you can actually see the trend that we are talking about this morning. You could. Do you have the data, Richie? We're going to wait for it because it's a very important area. Okay, cool. We had it this morning. But anyway, let's move forward to another area that we have for you this morning as well in terms of the way in which we are going to talk about our economic review again this morning. So you're waking up to Kenya sending home 3 trillion shillings via mobile money as at of August. Now, that is known that yes, we did increase the mobile wallets in the economy. We do know now that you can actually transfer as much as 300,000, and the period of less than 1,000 shillings free transfers was also extended. Now, the question this morning is it time therefore for us to start talking about how we can make these measures that we took because of the COVID-19 pandemic permanent? And if permanent, then why have some of the telcos therefore been crying foul of what the CBK has been doing? Some of them have been telling us, well, if you look at our profit margins, really been hit because of the measures that we've taken this during this COVID-19 pandemic. So let's look at that trend, therefore, also in terms of the mobile money payments within the economy, which if you can actually give me that data this morning so we can also have a look at it. Good. Now, that's exactly where we are. The 12-month value of mobile payments, you could actually see that as for May, that jump is exactly what it is that we're talking about. That once we got into the COVID-19 pandemic, then there was this stress of moving into the digital wallet. And when digital wallet here, we're talking about the mobile money wallet. That's exactly where you can actually see that jump in terms of that data starting therefore to stress itself within the economy. Other areas that we're looking at this morning is how now we do know also that as we are waking up this morning, then we are talking about treasury. We're looking at plans for Firms that are not essentially based in Kenya, that have not paid the digital tax, we're going to tell you exactly what that is and the new plan they have for them as we ask ourselves the question, is KRA on the losing end or is it on the winning end with a new plan? Therefore, painting a completely different picture of how they're going to view the likes of Uber, the likes of Google, who are actually taking a stronghold within the economy, but they are not essentially in Kenya. We shall be telling you that plan this morning. Other than that, I do know this Monday, so we're going to look at motivational areas that you need to wake up to as you start your week. We're going to talk about stress at work and another new concept that you have to know, change management. How you can actually turn that idea as a manager into a movement at your workplace. That is what we have planned for you this morning. 2146 at Metropole TVKE across all your social media platforms. I am Charles Araskonkiange. We take a tiny break. Once we come back, let's talk about turning that idea into a movement here on Metropole Television.